Got a setup looking on copper. Waiting on copper. Capper. Yeah. Let me show you what I see on copper real quick. I really like crude too. I like everything. Yeah, crude's ready to go. I think I'm too late on crude though. Yeah, I'm too late on crude. He's okay, man. Copper looks great though. Not micro copper, because that froze, still not moving. This right, yeah. It's the downside. I kept looking right here, honestly. Gapper. Bring some pap and yeah, play with some copper. That was weird. So this is what I'm looking at when I'm setting something up, right? So you've got this money flow, so buyers are stepping out. Momentum is starting to lose its swing, so it's going to come down, ideally come back up a tiny bit, and then flush to the downside. And we're going to catch this, hopefully past the 50 EMA. It's a 50 that's in blue, 200 that's in green. It gives me an idea as to where your stock or your commodity, whatever it is, where it's kind of what direction it's headed into, based upon these two. These two kind of play around each other. Blue above green, you're looking bullish. Blue below green, you're looking bearish. So that's another form of confluence. You want to add confluences. You don't know what confluences are? There's your dictionaries on your cell phone. That's pretty much it. Be patient, wait for a setup to come. We've missed, like, I'll probably say about 5 different setups today, but this is the 1 minute on futures, so there's plenty of opportunity. In the meantime, I'm going to start scrolling through some other setups. And then gas froze on me. Gas was looking good, but it had such low liquidity, I didn't want to touch it. Because just look at that. Like, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes of just absolutely nothing happening. Markets are closing at, I think, 5, and we got 1 hour to scalp something. I don't want to waste my time on this, even though for 1 second it looked good. But we're just seeing what moves today. We're seeing what's moving, what's brewing, where's money going. If money's going one direction, we're going to want to try to take it at the same moment, the same time, the right moment, the right time. Based on. Shout out to Dom Mining. Well, I remember that. Getting chills. COVID. COVID. Oh boy, I can't even talk about that. I don't know what YouTube's gonna do. Crazy. Crazy. What's crazier, COVID or the fact that you can't talk about it? Tell me. We missed our setup right here. So this is a really good example, right? Money flow's headed up. So sellers are stepping out. Buyers are going to start coming in. You've got a trigger wave right here. If you want to take that, you'll get smoked. You got smoke right there. Wait a little bit longer. Take the second trigger wave so you can get stopped out the first time. And then take the second one and then just absolutely rip on that. Let's see what we'll get off that. So we're entering here. I like to put the stop by the body or the wick. It's up to you. I prefer the body, although I will get stopped out more, but I'll also be taking profit more. So give or take. So do you wanna get stopped out more and make more money? So temporarily lose more money to make monumentally more money, or risk it for the biscuit, not get stopped out, but then also maybe not take profit. Excuse me. So you tell me what you think in the comments. You gotta kind of just play with it and see what works for you and what doesn't work for you. But we're still following this. This looks like it's gonna it's gonna tend to the bottom. Anytime you're heading towards this 200 EMA, think of it as like a brick wall sometimes. Sometimes you have to blast through it with momentum. Sometimes you do get through it. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes you reverse. I mean, there's so many characteristics. There's so many characters. There's so many scenarios that can happen. It's just best to not trade around it or take profit around it or trail your stop around it. So, it's completely up to you. We have a sell signal right here, which is not good because it's compared to this one right here. So momentum shoots down, bounces up, sell signal, momentum could possibly shoot back down again. Technically this would be your short entry if you want to go short, but I wouldn't go short against money flow. It's just not something I'm going to waste my time on. Just the probability of me winning with that is just not good. I mean, it's the game of probability. You want to go with the highest probable setup. You don't want to waste your time on anything other than high probability A+ setups. If you don't know what an A+ setup is, that just tells me that you need time to understand what an A+ setup is going to look like and how it's going to act. And when to get into it, where to put your stop loss, where to put your take profit. You can have an A+ setup, but if you don't know where to enter, when to exit, how to take your take profit, your stop loss, etc., it's multifaceted, so you have to understand the overall schematics of everything that pertains to risk management, trade management. You've got risk management and you've got trade management. Those are two different facets that you have to explore and fully understand, completely imbibe in order for you to really become a good trader. And that's something that I'm still working on. I'm still definitely working on that. I'm still improving on that. But I think we're at this time now where it's time to make some money. And let's check up on our other trade because I don't want to miss out on this other trade either, which is Capper. Oh, looks like we're missing out on it right now as we speak, actually. Let me see this. No, I'm gonna hold off on that. I don't like that at all. It could possibly go in here. Let me show you copper. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Like 0 to no pullback whatsoever on copper. Liquidity is really dying. Look at all this liquidity dying. Look, you've got like volume, dead. Dead, kind of going dead. Volume dying out. Almost no volume at all whatsoever. And here's where we are. So, let me take a look at this. I like looking at. Also, another thing is when I'm looking at money flow, I'm looking at money flow and Heiken Ashes because it's gonna smoothen out your money flow. And you'll be able to see it differently. Like you'll see such a huge difference this is. Look at this. This is kind of coming down. Kind of see that slow downward momentum. If you go to your candles, it's like choppy and just weird looking. So we do see downward momentum. I'm gonna flip back to candles. Here you are. The reason why I'm not taking this is because I like to see like a nice little hump. I don't see that little hump. Unfortunately, it's just kind of like oddly, slightly round, not really. And we're already it's already going into a bullish moment. It's already going into bullish territory, so we're just gonna leave that alone. We're not gonna touch that at all. We're scrolling, we're scrolling, we're scrolling, we're scrolling. We're being very picky, very selective. We're going with money flow. We're going where the money's going, and we're not going upstream. We're going downstream. If you have the choice of going upstream or go downstream, and you're not trying to get a workout, I don't know why you'd want to try to risk it, against that. But it's something that I struggle with as well. It's just another thing that I struggle with. So once again, we're looking at money flow for everything. I'm not trading Bitcoin. I'm not trading Ethereum. I do want to trade that, but I can't do it right now, unfortunately. See, that's the kind of thing I was kind of worried about with platinum, is hitting that little trigger, that sell flow. And we could flush, boom, straight to the downside on that one. I'm not touching it. Copper, once again, copper, copper, copper. We're just waiting on copper to come back around. I'm also going to put, let me put this to the side. Let me put the Nikkei to the side as well. So I scroll through my list. I find things that I like. I'll set it to the side. I'll keep it on watch. And then just see how everything transpires. Let's see what we got here. That's crude oil. So I got the Nikkei here. I'm going to load up Kai and Nikkei. We're going to load up copper, and the Nikkei as well. Do this. We're going to stay. I enter into my trades and I monitor my trades on regular candles. I watch money flow on Heiken Ashis. Very important. Very, very important lesson. Capper. Roger that. Yeah. Just going to patiently wait for a sell order to come about for both of these. Let me go back to copper. Get out of that. Get out of there. Markets are going to close in about an hour, so you got to be kind of careful as to what you take going into it, because you can take it and then the market will close, come back, and you'll be completely flipped in position. You're going to get stopped out on the market order. If you get stopped out, you're going to get stopped out way lower than you anticipate. It's going to suck. Your account's going to feel it for sure. Not only that, but Top Step is going to start notifying you before they start closing things. Hey, listen, time to get out. Time to go. Time to get out of this thing. I'm going to stop this stream for now, and then I'll come back later when I get